What's going on, guys? So you are inside of the brand new 2021 Ram TRX pickup truck. This thing is an absolute monster. 702 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque from a supercharged Hemi V8. This thing sounds amazing. When you start it up in the morning, it greets you with probably the most pleasant sounding V8 rumble you've ever heard. And it's going to put a smile on your face every time you hit the accelerator. This is one of those trucks that will really suck you back into your seat. And you know, the fact is, you're looking at a truck that goes 0 to 60 in under 4.5 seconds. That is extraordinary, especially considering the fact it's a full-size pickup truck. Now, this truck is wider than most trucks, so you have to definitely consider the fact you're getting into a truck that will have a much more dominating presence on the road. In terms of ride quality, this thing just absolutely feels like butter. And it's really designed to compete against the Ford Raptor, but not just compete against it, but dominate it. There are so many reasons why this truck in almost every aspect is a better performing truck than the Ford Raptor. And the Ford Raptor is a great truck, don't get me wrong. But this truck just absolutely crushes it in terms of speed and in terms of ride quality, ride comfort, technology, ergonomics, all those things that you look for. It mixes those elements so well, and this package just looks so aggressive. There's just so much to like about this TRX, and that's probably the reason why it's been winning so many awards from all different publications and reviewers. I can honestly tell you I've never driven a truck that is more fun to drive than this TRX, and I can absolutely see why someone may opt to get this truck versus a Raptor, especially if you drive the two back to back. There's just no real comparing the power and the satisfaction you get out of this huge 6.2 liter Hemi V8 that's supercharged, and again, 702 horsepower and 650 pound-feet of torque. It's enough at any point to give you the power you're looking for to do just about anything you're trying to do. A lot of the technology that's on this truck really blend technology across the other manufacturers that have been producing trucks as well, such as the heads-up display. You guys can't see it, but I can see my current speed as well as the posted speed limit. The fact that you're getting that really super aggressive look of a Raptor, the technology from the newest Rams. I mean, I have a 12-inch Uconnect system that's next to me that absolutely looks stunning. Same critique that I give all the 12-inch Uconnect displays is the fact that it takes up a lot of space, and it's a lot to look at if you're trying to switch through menus. But I know a lot of folks expect these larger displays, these higher resolution displays that give you more control of the vehicle, and Ram with the TRX and this high trim spec definitely fulfill that for those folks. Overall ride comfort, again, is absolutely phenomenal because of these custom Bilstein shocks that this truck's equipped with, and this really, really smooth, high absorbing suspension that you get in this truck. I mean, you just absolutely feel incredibly comfortable driving around this truck. It is not harsh at all. It feels very, very comfortable. The seats are well bolstered, they support you well, also extremely comfortable. Now, some people may be slightly put off with the overall width of this truck because it is significantly wider than a standard Ram pickup, and I would actually say it borders on the width of a dually pickup, except for the back, of course, which doesn't have dually wheels. But if you look at like a wide track like I have on my truck, or you would get on a Ram 4500, 5500 series truck, that front extra width is pretty similar to what you have on this truck overall. So you do have to get used to the additional width, but in my opinion, it's not something that really hinders it at all. And to me, just driving this truck really feels like driving any other half-ton truck in terms of its presence on the road. The stability you gain from having that extra width, though, is definitely noticeable. You can definitely feel that the truck is more planted to the road. Now, this is absolutely one of those trucks that I think 99% of the people who buy will never actually use it for what it was intended for. They'll probably use it as just a really cool looking truck. You know, the same thing that people do when they buy pickup trucks and they lift them up, put them on big tires, and essentially turn a very utility utilitarian focused vehicle into a vehicle that's designed more for show, designed more for, I don't want to really say bragging rights, but yeah, bragging rights, and the ability just to have a cool looking truck. That's what the TRX combines into a package that most people will use it for. And what I mean by that is there are going to be some people, maybe 1% of the owners, that actually take this truck out and use it for what it was intended for. 99% of the folks might do that once or twice, maybe during the entire ownership of the truck, but most of them are going to be pretty leery about doing anything to this truck that could potentially damage it or cause premature wear and tear. I think probably what you'll see most people do in this truck is essentially go from stoplight to stoplight really fast, or up to the speed limit really fast. Most of the time it's just going to be kind of that rubber stamp of a really cool truck to have and to drive around and just to garner the stares and looks and attention that this type of truck's going to get you, because it will absolutely fulfill that need if you're looking for stares, looks, and attention. As with almost any type of four-wheel drive truck that is tuned more for aggressive off-road use, the suspension is very plush, it's very dampened, and it has a very flowy feel to it, if that makes sense. When you hit bumps, when you go over expansion joints, you don't really feel the bump, you feel more of kind of this soft, springy feel as you go over. And that's designed that way because it's really intended for being able to take jumps, being able to go over really harsh, aggressive terrain and not transfer that to the truck body as much. So the suspension here is very finely tuned for going over the type of terrain that you might take one of these trucks through, considering, you know, its intended purpose. Something I have to say though, even though this truck has a very aggressive look to it, a very aggressive stance, definitely tells people, hey, there's something special about this truck. It, by all accounts, is in essence a sleeper though, because I don't think anybody would expect a truck this big to go as fast as it can go, as quickly as it can do it. 4.5 seconds is astounding. That is incredibly fast. And if you've never been in a vehicle that actually goes 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, you probably haven't really experienced what it's like. Now, I say that considering the fact there are a ton of vehicles that can achieve that. Most of those are sports sedans or sports vehicles specifically tailored for that type of performance. In a pickup truck, you may feel, you know, in your Toyota Tundra or your F-150 with the EcoBoost, you may feel you're accelerating that fast, but you're not. And again, when you hop into a vehicle that goes that quickly in that short a period of time, you really understand where that performance is. And this thing is a beast in terms of acceleration. And that's really from any speed. If I want to get a little quicker, I don't have to do much to get there. You hear that supercharger whine, you feel that torque, you feel the truck pin you back in the seat, and instantly you know you're dealing with a monster of a truck. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna have this truck for a bit longer, and I'm definitely gonna try to do what I can to show you what I really think about this truck overall. It is absolutely the funnest, most exciting truck I have ever driven. And you know, this isn't designed to haul a fifth wheel. This isn't designed to haul a large travel trailer. This is designed to be a fun truck that gives you some level of utility, but at the same time puts a smile on your face every time you get into it, every time you drive it around and start it. And I think that has to kind of be the premise of how you review something like this, because you have to understand what the intended purpose of this truck is, and it's not to be your typical half-ton truck that you pick up at a dealership lot. This is absolutely a specialty vehicle, and I think the people who buy this know that, and that's essentially the goal they're trying to get into. There are a lot of channels that are going to review the off-road prowess of this truck. I might do a little bit of that, but I definitely won't be able to live up to some of what those other guys are doing. So watch as many videos on this truck as possible if you truly want to see what it's capable of, because there have been a lot of folks that have put this thing through the ringer. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for additional videos on this truck, because I'm going to try to give you a little bit different perspective of what this truck is all about for the average person who might actually go out and buy it. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon.